Hello, I'm Roy Miller, past master of Oak Cliff Masonic Lodge number 705 in Dallas, Texas. Tonight we have with us Taylor Kennedy, who is a new Master Mason in George B. Dealey Lodge number 1312. And Taylor's here to describe a little bit about himself and let us know some things about his perspective of Masonry. So Taylor, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Taylor Kennedy, and like you said, I'm with George B. Dealey number 1312. I've been a Mason for about 7 years now. So, I've kind of came up in Masonry since, 2012, and I've really enjoyed my time in there, of course. I've spent a lot of time in the chairs, positions. I've taken a lot of leadership classes. And Masonry isn't something that came to me naturally. It was nobody in my family was a Mason or anything like that. So I've met a lot of brothers through work and other facilities, and I've always said those guys who wear that funny emblem they're always so nice, always really cool, and so I finally got the nerve one day to ask, what is that emblem? I see that everywhere, and actually one of the brothers from my lodge, his name's Don Hudson. He's a 50+ year Mason. He's a great guy. He came in and introduced me, and he said, it's Masonry. Here's what it is. Here's what it's about. And I was just like, one thing I noticed is you guys are always like real happy and real passionate about whatever it is that you guys do. And, and so I kind of got online and did what you're not supposed to do and research, I kind of had questions and stuff. So he came in just about every other day. I always saw him. So finally, next time I saw him, I said, hey, you know what, man, I think I kind of want to check that out. And so he said, why don't you come meet us tonight? We're actually having a meeting, and we'll feed you and all that good stuff. I'm like, wow, that sounds like something I could do. I like to eat. So ended up going through there and ended up petitioning that night because I just liked everything that I heard. And, it's just really the idea of taking good men and making them better that just really resounded with me. So,
well, you said you did some research. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure if you did the research, there were things that you had expectations of.
Yeah, definitely.
So how did that work out for you? From your expectations to what it really became to you?
Yeah, definitely. And, like you said, the expectations were pretty high because they kind of, they wanted to feed as much information as they could to really get you excited. And I was already kind of giddy about the whole thing. So going into it, when I started my degrees and everything, I just realized, it's real artful, and everything about it just really, really caught my attention. And I truly loved it. And, I went back to a lot of my friends, like, what are you doing? Like, I can't tell you how to kill you, kind of thing. But, and I told them as much as I could. And we've got a lot of young Masons through my lodge currently, just by kind of being interested in it and showing face in community and really bragging about it. Because we have so much to brag about. So, it really fulfilled my expectations and then some, for sure, going into it.
Now, you're 25, right?
25, yeah.
Okay, so for a 25-year-old person, say, right, out there that's looking at Masonry or trying to figure what it is, what would you say to that person?
Well, getting into Masonry as young as possible is always a good idea because you're learning so much about community. You're learning so much about social, anything social, like networking, anything. And, for me, being a part of something bigger than myself is always a great idea, because you got brothers anywhere you go. If you're a traveler, you travel around, you got friends and family anywhere, stuff like that. So it's great. It's great networking. It's just great for betterment of yourself.
We think that the younger people are looking for a sense of community, giving back to the community, right, and doing something, like you say, this more than yourself. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with Masonry would fill those qualifications?
Oh, most definitely. Myself currently, I've raised, I think, over $1,600 for the Scottish Rite, just kind of on a personal level, going out of my way and getting, different vouchers and stuff like that to help kind of self to make room for that. And, I've always been a very giving person myself. My dad taught me that growing up. You always give unto others as you want to get it, of course. So, it really is such a great outlet for charity, for fellowship, one and the same too, but just really going above and beyond and helping all kinds of people.
Did you know that the bodies of Masonry all combined donate $3 million a day to charity? Did you know that?
Wow, it's a big number.
$3 million a day. Now that's all the Scottish Rite, all the bodies, but they donate $3 million per day to charity.
Wow. I didn't know that figure, but I know it's up there. Yeah,
that's a true fact. It's a true figure. So Now, what position are you at in your lodge right now?
So I'm currently senior deacon.
Senior deacon.
Yes, sir, and I've fulfilled just about every other role in the lodge in my 7 years. Like I said, I've kind of gotten around and learned a bunch of different positions. So
Is your goal to become a master?
most definitely, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm actually kind of working my way up there now. I got junior warden and then senior warden, and I'll be up there.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to come and visit us tonight in our lodge and also to do this interview, because we think it's important for younger people to really see what masonry can be for them.
Most definitely.
And it's good to hear from a person that's your age that's doing it and that you're getting something out of it. So thank you for sharing that. And thank you for coming. We really do appreciate
Absolutely. I was glad to be here, and
All
thanks for having me.
it. All right.
Appreciate that.
So Taylor Kennedy, up and coming. He's a master mason, going to be a master and a past master in a few years.
Right.
So thank you for coming. And this is Roy Miller from Oak Cliff Lodge. We appreciate you guys watching this interview. Please like it and share it. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.